In a campaign filled with must-wins and decisive days, there's no question that today is both, especially for Senator Hillary Clinton and her staffers. How do they feel on this critical day? Terry McAuliffe is the chairman of the Clinton campaign, and he joins me this morning from Columbus, Ohio. Terry, good to see you. How well does Senator Clinton need to do today to stay in this race? What does she need to do in Texas and Ohio?
Well, first of all, John, we're going to do very well today. I'm in Ohio. I've been here for a couple of days. I spent last week in Texas. You can feel the energy. You can feel the excitement. I think what's happening now in the campaign, people are closing on the big issues. Who would be the best commander-in-chief? Who can do the best stewardship of the economy? And here in Ohio, where 200,000 jobs have lost, people are coming out, and the events I was at yesterday, people are coming out in record numbers to support Hillary because they know that she can deal with these big issues on the economy, on national security. As you know, 30 generals have come out to endorse Hillary Clinton. She's been a leadership on health care issues. So I feel very good about Texas, Ohio. We also have Rhode Island, as you just showed on your show. So I think it's going to be a big day for us. I'm very excited.
Terry, let me just ask the question again.
Sure.
Bill Clinton said a couple of weeks ago that Texas is for all the marbles. Are you still feeling that way? If she doesn't win Texas and Ohio, it'll be difficult to keep going?
Well, what I think is, John, we're going to win Texas and Ohio. I've said this for a long time. These are two big states. There's a lot of big issues. National security, the issues on the economy, those are Hillary's issues. So she's been out front on the polling data on all of those. Where Hillary now is dealing with those big issues, as you know, now Senator Obama is having to deal with whether his officials talked to the Canadian officials about NAFTA and what he said, and the Resco trial and issues about relationships. So we're closing on this campaign talking about things we want to talk about: the economy, job creation, health care, who would be the best commander-in-chief. We have generals all over the country saying Hillary Clinton. General Hugh Shelton just came out for us the other day, the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs. We have record number of military folks who are fanning out all over Texas and Ohio. So it's going to be a very good day for us today. And you add, John, big wins here to California and New York and New Jersey and Florida and Michigan, New Jersey. Hillary's winning those states we have to win in the general election.
No, she certainly likes to win the big states, no question about that. Let me bring it back to what you just said on NAFTA. You have been talking about this meeting with Austin Goolsbee, and a member of the Canadian consulate there in Chicago, and what was said about NAFTA, the charge being that Barack Obama talks tough on NAFTA, but he winks and nods to the Canadians to say we're not going to do much about it. He has denied that. The Canadians have denied it. And here's what he said in response to that yesterday. Listen.
Sure.
What's not disputed is that Senator Clinton and her husband championed NAFTA, worked on behalf of NAFTA, called it a victory, called it good for America, until she started running for president. That's indisputed.
Terry, what do you say to that?
First of all, Hillary has always made clear on her stands on NAFTA. There are parts that worked, there are many parts that didn't work, and she has said as president, she will renegotiate these trade agreements, have an annual review of the trade agreements. But let's go back to the fact. When this story first came out, they denied that a meeting had ever taken place. Now it is clear, after a memorandum came out of 1,300 words of what actually occurred in the meeting, they are no longer saying the meeting didn't take place. Well, the meeting took place. Well, it really didn't say what they said we said. The bottom line is you can't go out and campaign and say one thing here in Ohio on NAFTA and then secretly meet with Canadian officials and say, oh, don't pay attention to it. It's just political rhetoric. To the 200,000 people, John, who lost their job here in Ohio, it's not political rhetoric. They're trying to feed their children, educate their children. They want a leader like Hillary who will get out there and tell them the truth. Hillary will always tell you the truth. She'll tell it the way it is, and she'll get this economy going, and she'll be a great steward of the economy.
Terry, another big point that you're trying to make here is who would you rather have answered the phone at 3 o'clock in the morning, right. Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama? Here's what Governor of Ohio, Ted Strickland, said about that yesterday on the Situation Room with Wolf Blitzer.
Okay.
Well, I want Senator Clinton to answer the phone whether it's 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. She obviously is a person with a great experience. She's a mature individual. She has had lots of life experiences working in the former administration, the former Clinton administration.
He seemed like he couldn't quite put his finger on experience that she's had to make her more qualified to answer that telephone at 3 a.m. What are those life experiences that she has that would make her more qualified?
Well, sure, Jen. First of all, being First Lady, she traveled to over 80 countries, met with world leaders. As you know, she worked on opening the borders in the Balkans. I was just at a huge event getting ready for St. Patty's Day in Cleveland, Ohio, an Irish-American event for Hillary Clinton. We would not have peace in today had it not been for Hillary's hard work in Northern Ireland working with her husband.
But what crisis has she dealt with?
John, it's the whole scope of these events that I'm talking about. It's working in Northern Ireland. It's going to China in front of the world leaders in China and saying to them, you're violating human rights. You're violating women's rights. These are big issues that affect people. She has taken on tough challenges. Those are life experiences. She's been all over the world. Every world leader knows her first name basis. I think building relationships is important, what the Bush administration has failed to do. All those experiences together, the places she's been, the people she knows, experiences 35 years dealing in healthcare, education. Why have 30 generals and admirals come out to support her? Why did the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs, the former vice chairman of the Joint Chiefs come out and support her? The former secretary of the Army, secretary of the Navy. They've worked with her, John, and they know that she has what it takes to be commander-in-chief of the United States of America. Over 2,000 military people out helping this campaign.
Hey, one quick question. Why does it take her 6 rings to pick up the phone in the ad? No, I'm just kidding. Terry McAuliffe, thanks.
New phone service.
Thanks very much. Good to talk to you. Good luck today.
You bet.
I'll leave it.
Good question.
John, we're going to win Texas and Ohio.